I grew up in East Palo Alto, California, which is a pretty rough neighborhood, but I was very grounded by my grandmother. I was a pretty good student, straight A's. I did all the nerd stuff, they would have called it. Played sports a lot. Basketball became my main focus, and math. I loved math at the time, and then transferred to Southern Oregon University. Some gymnasiums, the fans would call me Snoop Dogg because he's tall and skinny, and I would wear braids. So every time we played University of Oregon, and every time I touched the ball, the crowd would raise their arms and say Snoop, and then whether I passed or shot it, they'd say Dog. A year after college, I got diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called scleroderma. Sclero means hardening and tightening. Derma means skin. So they call it that because that's when you recognize, that's when you can see something's wrong. The disease progressed to where I'm 6'6", and I dropped to 120 pounds. Had acid reflux, which makes it hard to eat. Vitiligo, which is pigment loss. And you can see with my hands, so the skin was tightening so much, they were balling into a fist. I remember, the first symptoms was I couldn't palm a basketball anymore. I couldn't hold a cup of coffee. My friends were calling me a ventriloquist. I mean, I was like this, couldn't move. And I can't raise my arms because the shoulders got too tight. Can't straighten my arms because they got too tight. But my problems was the joints. I had already contracted so bad, a lot of ligament, scar tissue, and tendon damage, which is not autoimmune, of course, so they can't reverse that. In June, I found the Dyer Foundation and wheelchair-based yoga, since I can't stand up or get to the ground easily. And they've been very accommodating. They have someone set aside to help me with a lot of the poses because as you see with my limitations, I still can't do some of the basics alone. They extended a scholarship, so that was great. They have a normal exercise. One of us will come up with an idea of how I can still get that same stretch. They'll just adapt to my limitations and range of motion. I'll reach out to people in the community and just say, hey, this is my story. I was here, I was an athlete, got a degree in criminology, was working in the field, and then I ended up in this situation. Now I'm trying to get back. I'm one of those people that you tell me something that as long as it's not a super high, risk of death or injury, I'm in it. I'll try a lot of things. The biggest thing with a disease that can disable you is being active. I can't foresee the future because I don't know what it is, but I do know I'll be back working. Every 6 or 7 months, I need less help doing a lot of things.